All right, you guys, we're back. Part 2. I don't know what happened. Gotta love that technology. But for anybody who is watching, we won't go back over the whole entire interview, but just to kind of summarize, because I think that Tiffany went over some really important information in regards to social media and just how to keep our kids safe. And so you want to kind of summarize what we've been talking about?
Yeah, so basically what we've been talking about is that we have that we're doing a project here in 5th grade that's all about whether or not social media is improving people's lives. We covered a myriad of things about social media as far as how old you should be. And I mean, again, that is totally my opinion. It's my opinion as an educator, but it's also my opinion as a parent. And so I did mention, I don't know if we cut off before that part was mentioned, was that we have approximately, I would say that in high school is when kids are most ready to handle social media, just because their brains are just a little bit more developed to understand right from wrong.
Right.
I think that when they're younger than that, you could maybe, if you wanted them to be on social media, maybe create an account that's yours and theirs, where they can work together to create that social media. We talked a lot about the different forms of social media. We talked about the pros and cons of social media on the way that we communicate. We talked about that students aren't really communicating with each other face-to-face anymore, that they're spending more time talking to each other via their phones, text, group chats, and even FaceTime. My own children, when they're watching FaceTime, they put the phone on the table and they're on FaceTime, but they're not even looking at each other. It's like looking at the ceiling. So it's just, that's not even face to face, because they don't want anybody to see what they look like when they wake up first thing in the morning. And so I just think it's funny that there's just so much that's out there. And I think that the number one takeaway needs to be that parents need to be aware of what their kids are watching, and they need to just monitor what they're saying. I think is what it really boils down to.
I totally agree. Couldn't agree more.
So Janet asked if we can see the list behind you, the social media.
Okay, so what's funny, I'm attached here. Okay, so a few of the social media items that we came up with were Instagram, Fortnite. My class had a fabulous conversation about whether or not Fortnite would be considered social media. And ultimately, we decided it was considered social media because you can talk with people online. You can definitely be bullied online through Fortnite because there are characters who can chase you around and just keep eliminating you, as what my kids call it. We've got Snapchat, which is super scary because things can be deleted immediately after it's been viewed. But what I also talk with my kids about in my classroom is that not only does it delete immediately, but people can screenshot anything. So anything that you're willing to put out there on social media is probably going to come back to bite you in the booty. So my kids know, my students know that they need to be super diligent and careful about what they post online and on social media, because it's never deleted, really. We also have Facebook. They talk about Google Duo Hangouts, Twitter, Marco Polo, which is one I did not know, YouTube, FaceTime, TikTok, Mixer, Twitch, Roblox, House Party, and then Class Dojo. And the list, this is not even a full list. This is just a partial list of what it could be. There's really so much more that is probably out there that has probably even come out since we started this project.
That's true, and it's changing all the time. And just when you feel like you've gotten something down, then you've got to shift gears. So. Yeah,
and I would say as a parent, if you want to, introduce your student into the social media network, first of all, I probably wouldn't. But aside from that, if your student really wants it or your child really wants it, I would say to go with something that you're comfortable with, that you know. And also that you're willing to really navigate with them instead of just letting them blindly go into it on their own.
Yeah, that's true. So I know that we're getting short on time.
It's a rainy day, so the kids are going to be coming in from lunch anytime.
So I just real quick, I want to tell everybody, if you share this video or you share part 1, we will track and see who, comment shared so we know that you shared, because privacy settings, we don't always see who shared our videos. But you'll be entered into a raffle, and so what we're going to raffle off after tomorrow, after we have all of our shares tallied, we'll raffle off a custom Carlin Coppin t-shirt. So there's some really, really cool t-shirts. I mean, they're funny, straight out of Coppin.
Yeah, it was straight out of Coppin.
That's my favorite. So in any case, that's what we're going to do. So so definitely share this video, share the last video, comment, share. You don't have to share them both. Just share one. Let us know you shared. So
and thank you so much for checking in and listening to me rant about social media, which my kids have to hear all day long every day.
You know what? I love it because we're on the same page, sister. So appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday, and have a great day.
Thanks.